Hey everybody, this is Clueless MD here to do a 75th subscriber review and tour of my 2008 Toyota RAV4. Shout out to Clueless Drivers in South Carolina for being my 75th subscriber. That was a while ago though, so I'm a little bit behind on this. So this is the 2008 Toyota RAV4 base model with four-wheel drive. It does have some upgraded rims. The engine is a 2.4 liter i4. I do have a new horn. I replaced the old one because it sounded real dinky and it started to die out on me. Probably used it a little bit too much. Overall fuel mileage is about 24 city, 31 highway, maybe 27 combined. I think the overall design is really nice for the car, except for the tire cover. I don't really care for that much. I do have a Ravens tire cover to put over my silver one, but yeah, Ravens aren't doing too hot right now. Mechanics, overall, it's very, very solid. I haven't really had to do any repairs on it besides, you know, the common oil change and stuff like that. I did replace an oil pan about 3,000 miles ago because it had a leak in it and that wasn't good. But otherwise, I really have not had to do too much. I've had this car for about 27,000 miles, maybe 30,000 now. I got it at 103,000 miles. Now I'm up to almost 132,000, and I've done that in almost 3 years, so average about 10,000 miles a year. Most of my driving is highway, commute between Maryland and South Carolina a lot. I did get into a wreck pretty soon after I got this car. That was a while before I started dash camming. I had to replace this side panel right here and the whole front fender and the right light cover. You can tell it's a little bit newer than the left one, a little bit clearer, and the light comes out a little bit different. But that's it. It wasn't too bad. I do think the headlights do a fairly good job, but I'd like to get some HIDs because these are still just pretty basic. And I think I'd like to get some LED turn signals too, maybe put some LED turn signals on the back. I will open the hood for you. So this is what it looks like with the hood open. We can see down into the engine right here, 2.4 liter i4, like I said before. It was in pretty much mechanically perfect condition when I bought it. I try and just wash it off a little bit every now and then, not with a hose, but I'll wipe it off with a rag and keep it looking decent. I think it's a very reliable engine. Really have not had many problems with it. The 2.4 liter i4 is a little bit weak. I am used to driving in Acura TL and Chevy Tahoe. That's what I learned how to drive on, at least. And this is not nearly as powerful as those, but it still gets the job done. I test drove a Jeep Liberty, which had a 3.6 liter V6, I'm pretty sure, and this 2.4 liter i4 was actually much more powerful than the Jeep Liberty, so, I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. It's decent. Alright, we're going to take a tour of the interior now. So, it's kind of basic in here. The design is pretty utilitarian, not too fancy. Everything's easy to use, pretty much all in the same place. Radio sounds good. The four-wheel drive lock button is right here, so I just have to be stopped for a few seconds and I can press that and the rear axle will lock in place, and then I'm good to go through about a foot of snow, foot of sand. It handles pretty well on off-road Haven't tried going through mud or rock trails or anything. We can do a horn test. This is what it sounds like from the inside with the windows down. That's what it sounds like from the outside. And I'll roll the windows up. This is what it sounds like with the radio off while you're inside with the windows up. And the radio on. And now I will turn the radio up so you can hear the really good speakers in here. I'll put it on the CD so y'all can listen to some Jimi Hendrix. I do think the visibility is really good in this car. That's definitely a pro of it. I've almost never had problems with blind spots. The mirrors are pretty big. Visibility out the back windows is really good. I think the rear windshield is really large, and the pillars really aren't too big, so there's almost no part of your vision that's blocked. Also, you can see how large the back seat is. Plenty of foot room, plenty of storage under the seats. Yes, I do keep a little slugger in here. And the trunk is really large too. I can fit probably 8 suitcases in there if I wanted to. Here's what the car sounds like when we start it. That beeping is the seatbelt button. Up here is my dash cam setup. That's the black box. Don't know why my camera's not focusing on it. Having a hard time today. Air conditioning has 4 settings. It keeps the car really cool or really hot. It's pretty good about that. Simple clock, simple user interface. Here's your mirror controls. Otherwise, there's not too much. Like my driver's seat isn't even a power seat, so there aren't too many technology features on here. There's only one automatic window. Storage, there is a lot of storage room. Keep some things in the center console. There's an aux outlet and a power outlet in there. No outlets in the back. This center thing comes down to be a cup holder, which is kind of nice if you only have 4 passengers or less. Here's what it looks like with the trunk open. You can see how much room there is. Here's the back of the cup holder. All the seats fold down and it gets absolutely massive in here. There's also a compartment that lifts up, so you got some more storage in there. I keep my snow brush if I ever need to use that in South Carolina, which would be stupid. Let's do one more walk around. I don't know why my lights are on. Oh, apparently I turned my headlights on. Not really sure why. Here's what the headlight looks like. You can see pretty well. The brights are also, they do a lot more than the regular headlight does. It helps a lot. I can turn those on. Here's the bright. Yeah, the camera can barely even make it out. I can put the flashers on. The turn signal looks like. That's kind of why I want an LED one. I'll walk around the back. That's also why I want LED ones back here. Taillights look decent. I think they do a good job. The LED brake lights are nice because they're bright. Let's see if I can get them on.